Welcome to Goodymo Gaming. Season is already started. We got a Monday night contest. This is gonna be one of them black and blue games here. Oh yeah, nothing but bruises. Two tough edge teams going at it. We'll see if the Raiders can slow down on all those penalties that they've known to have throughout the decades of their franchise. But yeah, we got a good one here. We'll see what these Raiders are also all about. See if they're merged. See if all that money they paying Gruden is going to finally pay dividends. As far as Derek Carr, to me, this is make or break year for him. I mean, he's going to be on the brink. This full season here is going to let you know all about him and where he's developed, and is he going to be the franchise quarterback moving forward. So I would look at this year for him to be like, hey, we going to get it done or not. If that's the case, we got to move on. But yeah, Goodymo Gaming, and we finna get this gameplay underway. Hope everybody enjoy it. Everybody had a wonderful weekend. And we're underway.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Ravens offense set to take over and led by a man still just in his fourth season in the NFL, the 2019 MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And 2020 was another excellent season for number 8. Wasn't able to repeat the numbers from his MVP campaign of 2019, but bigger than that, got his elusive first playoff win, and he and the team hope that bodes well for them as they try to move forward in 2021. Let's face it, the numbers
good play action.
good. 27
Okay.
passes,
It's a way to start.
on the ground, and 7 scores rushing. This young man continues to be elusive and continues to improve. And Sammy Watkins is in his 8th NFL season. Spent the last 3 in Kansas City and won a Super Bowl there. Really excited about the opportunity to bond
Good
with quarterback
catch.
Lamar Jackson. Makes a nice catch there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the option right is Jackson. And that play
Way to cover him up. You do not want to get him started early, running that option. Let him feel you early, lose yardage. They'll think twice about running that play several times throughout a drive.
That's a pretty good play. But if you got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Second and 14. Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
You got to give kudos to your
3rd and short.
and the guy carrying the ball because
Pretty
they were
good
in a
pickup.
2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the
And
conversion.
that will be a first down.
It'd be safe to say that as precise as routes
Last season, the Baltimore Ravens fell short in their playoff run as they got eliminated by the Buffalo Bills in the AFC divisional round. So yeah, they're coming into their own. They got a lot to prove themselves.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Jackson. This one caught by his tight end Andrews. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down.
They look settled in pretty nice on this drive. And they working the ball up the field. And they don't look rushed. They're taking their time. Getting 5 yards or better.
Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
You want to make them punt, you stop them here.
It's Murray.
Gets it going through.
Able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been
One thing I noticed about Madden football throughout the years, do y'all remember when it was very hard to pick up that 1 yard or those inches in previous years? I mean, it was real hard to pick up short yardage, especially on 3rd down, 4th down. More than likely, you would have gotten stopped. They changed all of that. You know, that defensive line don't get in there on short yardage like they used to. I mean, they used to stuff those plays. Oh, my. Good defense. Guy was double teamed in disguise. Now, that's one way to end a drive after it's been moving the way it has. That's unfortunate for Baltimore. Moving that ball so good and getting into scoring position to throw that interception.
not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again. 3rd straight 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns.
Did he drop that? Wow. Had that right in the bread basket. Couldn't hold on through the lick.
Here's Carr to throw. And that's caught. It's Brian Edwards. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? It used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you were right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Pernell McPhee in there on the stop. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 4.
Bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Carr going to leave this for Drake on the draw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. O'Shea deep for Baltimore.
So they couldn't take care of the turnover. Couldn't capitalize on it.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
So we're still at 0-0. Still early in this first quarter, 10-16. Baltimore will take over on that second drive. I'm glad he was smart enough to throw that ball away. I mean, they had him trapped from the back door to the front door. It was a raid going on in that backfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. Takes this to the
Good subtle cut to pick up some extra yardage.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down. So they were.
As you can see, third downs are going to be big in this ball game. You're seeing a lot of them early. 3rd and 6, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 2s. Who pick the most up is going to keep their drives alive for points. Oh my goodness. Did you see that move? My goodness. I mean, just for a split second, he looked like he was about to get just covered up and trapped and put down, and then he just bounce cut, so elusive, found a gap and shot right through it.
Because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
My. Yeah, you don't get bodies around him. He's one of those guys that can take it all the way to the house if you have bad containment.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run from the shotgun with Murray. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And we're going to have a break in the action. As you can see, Mark Andrews is yet to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Got a 3rd and long coming up.
On a nickel set here for 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson.
Oh my.
Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got him.
Wonderful throw.
The side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. The Ravens get a new 7 downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
It almost looked like he might grab the guy underneath. But now he went for it all. It's a good pickup for them to have Watkins over there.
So they'll come up 1st and 10.
Solid receiver. It's just a guy that has to stay healthy. Only thing that's been up with Watkins, he's just got to stay healthy.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now it's Jackson. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
There's no quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end, Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams.
Oh, good screen. Had a convoy out there with him.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job of moving the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force
Missed opportunity.
especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight. You just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They go play action with Jackson.
I like that. Play action Jackson. You heard it? Play action Jackson.
His first catch of the game.
I could have said that any better. And by the way, 1st down at the 3-yard line.
They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the 1st quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 3. To throw again is Jackson.
Oh, turn around and it's right there in your bread basket. Touchdown.
From 3 yards out. And the Ravens are
Now that's a drive.
here in Vegas.
That's how you make up for an interception on the opening drive.
Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
Justin Tucker, one of the best.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0.
One of the best.
That drive 12 plays in length, and it's capped off by the Baltimore
7-0. So how many years you think we're going to give Gruden for these Raiders to get their act together? I mean, that's a lot of money they paid him. I mean, they paid him like A-Rod. 10 years and so much of millions of dollars. I mean, he's booked in. I mean, you want to eat all that money and rip it up and say, beat the street, hit the road? Well, you got a lot of money to swallow. If you want to do that, if you're the franchise, you're the owners. And I don't think they're willing to do that just yet. I think it will happen. I will say that. The Raiders don't get their act together, it will happen. He's going to eat some of that money. He might give him a certain amount of years, not 10, shit, maybe 5, maybe 6. But losing seasons and your team is not getting better, I don't think he's going to wait 10 years for that. He'll be a crazy man if he did. Like I said, for Derek Carr, this will be the last showcase for him if they can't get anything moving. And it's not all on him. I will say that. I mean, he can play well and they still can lose and not make the playoffs. But he's got to be tight on his end. The throw.
First down, Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
Henry Ruggs was the first wide receiver taken in the draft a year ago, and he absolutely fit the Raiders' profile of speed, speed, speed. Didn't have the immediate impact that they had hoped. hope. Just 26 catches. Hoping to up his game in 2021. He makes a nice catch there.
Uh-oh.
First down and more for Jacobs.
Good run. Had one man left to beat. He gave him a little, one of them wiggle moves and got by him. He's going to the house. Get out of my way.
Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Carr. Open man is Edwards.
You saw the way he snatched that ball right out of the air? I mean, he engulfed that ball.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And Brian Edwards, the third of 3 high draft picks the Raiders used on receivers last year, if you count Linton Bowden. They got him in the 3rd round out of South Carolina. A big, strong, physical receiver. They expect more catches like the one we just saw there.
Carr completes.
Oh, man.
And he gets it all the way down.
They're talking about, I will show you a response. You score, we score.
6 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which his offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Jacobs again.
There it is. Right at the stripe.
Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. So it was the passing game that got them closer to the goal line. It's the running game that gets them home.
Certainly appears that they've lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal.
Back for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive will each up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And the Ravens taking the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Oh, too far ahead.
I know coaches tell us all the time that a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. When you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On second down. It's Murray, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Jackson. He's got a man complete.
Oh, man. Look at there. Look at there. Now you know why they call him Hollywood. Because if that wasn't a Broadway show. Look at this. Oh, man. They went over the top, and it didn't take long. Hollywood.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Hollywood.
Tucker now to add the point after.
Want to acquire the stadium, you do things like that. Take the roof out the house.
He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver will give it the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting
All right, Mr. Carr, what did you have to respond to that? Whoa. He tried, but very close to getting picked off as well.
Throwing now is Carr. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's upended at the 30.
Another thing, if you're the Raiders, you don't want to get caught up into this passing game or trying to play from behind and play catch up and forget all about your running game. They have to stick with a balance.
Play action. Now it's Carr. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
That was a good play, but that's kind of what I'm talking about. A 3rd and 2, it seemed like you would have kind of relied on a good running game to pick that 2 yards up, especially after passing twice. But they picked it up, a good play action, but if that doesn't complete, or he gets sacked, or he drops that, or a bad throw, then you're punting the ball, and you're like, just giving it right back to him. So they got to be steadfast on trying to mix that run with the pass. Don't just drop back all the time and throw it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
second down. That'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Carr.
Oh. You ain't lying. That was be uncovered. They have 3 bodies around him.
These last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's A.J. Coldell as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you could do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And Jackson going to hold on to it again. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'm not continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Good cover up. Got to Jackson and got to the ball carrier.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to put it away.
Y'all gotta excuse me if I get a little bit of offbeat on my commentary. I'm checking messages as well. So a little multitasking going on. 14-7. So 1-score game. I mean, all is not lost. Raiders just got to pick up their pace a little bit, get some yardage.
And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
But to be honest with you, I know this is the first game of the season for both of these teams. But if you want to look at the Raiders side, this really is almost like a, I don't want to say like a must-win, but it's more like a statement game. Because you got to look at it. You're a team that's on a rise. Y'all spend a lot of money for your head coach. I mean, everybody looking for y'all to turn the corner finally in the season. And you open up and beat a bruising team like the Baltimore Ravens. That goes a long way. You know, that's going to show something. Yeah, it's one game, but it's against a good quality ball club coming from where y'all coming from. End of the first quarter, by the way. But yeah, it'll speak volumes if you can find a way to win a game like this at home. Prove your worth early in the season.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. And our attention here turns to Latavius Murray. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. Second and 10. Now Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The Ravens on third down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson now. And they get him down, but not before.
That's the way to get low. Get low. Get low. To the window. Hey, to the wall. All them receivers crawl down and grab that ball. Look at that. Way to get low for the grab.
On first down, Murray.
Oh, good slip through. Oh, do we got a hold? Are we coming back? Blocking the back.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
No good. We'll go right back at it. And we got another flag as he busts through. Unbelievable.
So that one will be accepted. A handoff.
Hey, I'll keep handing off to him too. Look at that.
He's going to have a Ravens first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. To throw is Jackson. That would complete to Prochet. And he's got this.
They just can't get anybody down.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
the scene, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Jackson rolling to his right.
He's off to the races once again on a 3rd and 12. And allowed him to shake loose to pick up the first down. Raiders, you will not win this ball game like that if you don't get some kind of containment on this guy. If he can just get out of the pocket and pick up that kind of yardage when he gets ready, it's going to be a long night for you fellas. A very long night. I mean, force a field goal at best or worst, however you want to look at it. There he is again.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run.
This kind of yardage, he's not going to have a problem getting over 100 yards rushing in this ball game.
In the red zone area, but you have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit,
Protects himself from getting hit right across the stripe.
You should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
Well, it's going to get interesting.
The touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson.
Raiders going to have to make a stance. But I'll be honest with you, this year, as far as the Raiders, what I'm looking at on the outside looking in, I would say they're going to have their struggles. No doubt about that. Should we start talking playoffs with this team? Oh, man. I tell you what. If somebody was to bet me if they would make the playoffs or not, I would say I'm on the side of they're not going to make the playoffs. That's how sketchy this is for them. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But I'm just going on what I'm looking at. I'm just putting my little expertise on it throughout this season. And God forbid if they have a big injury from one of their key players. So you know, they'll win some games, but like I said, I don't think they'll get in the playoffs. And that is saying a mouthful for a team that's, you know, expected to get on board pretty quick. You know, when you're looking at John Gruden over there as the head coach, they're expecting fast results.
And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Typically, we think it's the
So they got to stay away from these 3rd downs. I mean, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 4. Now you got your 3rd and 3. I mean, they punted on 4th and inches. They're not just finding ways to pick up the yardage.
Converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Carr.
Oh man, they needed that. They needed that.
Intact with a pickup of 13.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going.
Just like in living color. Men in yardage. Needed it. They have to get something out of this drive, even if it's just a field goal. They got to get something out of this drive.
On first down, Carr. Got an open man. It's Ruggs.
Nice throw.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field.
Hey, what about that Bucks and Cowboys game? Opener, huh? On Thursday? How nice was that? Let this play out. It's another good throw. Who would have thought we'd have had a close ball game between the Cowboys and the Bucks on a Thursday night opener? That was competitive. That's what you want out of opening season right there. Gave all the viewers what they wanted on that one. But what about Tom Brady? Same as usual. You cannot let greats have the ball with minutes or seconds left in the ball game and expect great outcomes for your ball team. Not going to happen. He's great for a reason. And that was just like clockwork. That's just punching in, punching out for him. Everybody seen it coming. Everybody waited for it. Got his team down there in position for that game-winning field goal. You know, I was right with Chris Collinsworth when he said, I'm going for it all right here if I'm Dallas. I am not kicking this ball. I'm not kicking no field goal. I'm not punting. I'm going for a touchdown right here and right now to end this ball game. Well, Dallas didn't do that. They settled to kick the field goal. And that's what you get when you play safe, conservative. A lot of times you lose, and I know about safe and conservative. I mean, come on. I was a Texan fan. I know all about playing it safe, being conservative. I mean, they made their living off of that. It's a way to get rid of that ball, but hey, fourth down once again, and you're punting again. I just can't sustain drives. But yeah, that's one reason I'm not a Texan fan today, because of things like that. Not playing aggressive, not putting foots on throats. And that's what the Cowboys did. They went with a safe play. So, and they end up losing to a GOAT. A shining, good, polished, glaring and gleaming, beautiful GOAT. At least they got 3 out of that deal. So they had to get some kind of points. They needed something, and they got it. Build on that. But they got to play some defense as well, too.
Sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you talk about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown. But those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
They'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the second quarter.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Another run for Murray on second down. Oh, fancy running by Murray. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack. That's what he's doing, forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete.
Oh, they should have cleaned this clock on that one. But let him burrow through for the first down.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for
They just don't have a problem moving the ball since this game kicked off. Baltimore. I mean, they had that one turnover, but I mean, they have no problem getting yardage very quickly.
Now Jackson going to take off with it. And that'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On second and 9, Jackson.
There he goes again.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down mark.
See, they got a mixture going. I mean, they're running the ball, they're passing the ball, and then the quarterback is breaking loose on bootlegs and quarterback draws. I mean, they're a handful for the Raiders to figure out what they're going to do to even stop them.
If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone.
Another third down pickup.
So that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Like to look at their third down percentage.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Out to his left. And he can't find a
Finally wrapped him up. Finally. Now y'all have to build on that.
Not just getting sacks, but to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few.
Yeah, see, when he turned around, he plants that foot. Look like he's about to get somewhere. Got to have somebody there to grab him. They did that time, because if he slips through any crack, the race is on.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but second and 13 here. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
That's tough, because they did throw a blitz. That blitz just couldn't get there.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on him a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And they'll run the option on third and short yardage. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and his Vegas offense operate. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? And he will not make it back.
Stopping with the flag.
Can't do that.
Second down, Jacobs once more. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
Good pickup on a run play.
Good strong run against the 3-4 set, and that 3-4.
If they can settle down and find a way to pick up this 13 yards to try to move forward, touchdown would be great. Make it a one-score game, but just get something. I wouldn't trust giving this ball back to Baltimore. Oh my, almost picked.
That's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
Just seems like they're too much for him.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
He might get 100 yards on this drive alone. He's at 81. Approaching 2-minute warning. Raiders going to have to find a way to stop them from getting anything, not even a field goal. They need them to punt the ball or turn it over. They can't afford more points being put on the board.
Coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
Too much time.
Before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Jackson on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Jackson.
Oh, that was big time. Could not come up with that fumble. That was their break. Very unfortunate. Raiders needed that ball. That might cost them 3 points. Not coming up with that fumble. That was their opportunity right there. Look at that. Just get on the ball. Offensive lineman was alert. He slipped right in there and grabbed that. He acted like that was a Subway sandwich or one of them meatball subs.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Jackson. He's got it to Williams.
Yep.
And a good job defensively.
It's going to cost you 3.
At the 32. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Raiders can't get themselves an own break. Oh! Banged off and missed it. How fortunate can you get? And you won't see Tucker miss too many like that. I feel you, Harbaugh. Thought you had 3 on the board. Yeah, they're in good position now, these Raiders. I mean, at worst, a field goal. Got 2 timeouts to work with, 55 seconds.
Stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second and 2. Carr. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
All right, gotta get yourselves up. Gotta run another play. Clock's ticking. I'm not going to lie, I do miss the hurry-up offense with the players running back to the ball and lining up and hurry up and hiking it. Don't know why Madden got rid of that. I wish they would bring it back. It kind of shows a sense of urgency doing that. Instead of, the clock winding down, the play clock, to 25, or before they, break the huddle. But I'm just old school in that way. Some people might not agree with it. Y'all might like it this way or a certain way. But me personally, I like the running wide receivers, all the offensive guys racing back to the line of scrimmage to hurry up and snap the ball for hurry-up offense. Even breaking the huddle. You put that through, that's nice. That's nice to get that through. But they even took away breaking the huddle, lining up on offense. It just goes right in position. So, yeah, man, I'm one of those guys that liked it, those little details in the game. I wish Matt brings it back. But we'll see. Hopefully that's why I need y'all to like this, share it, subscribe, where it can reach out and other, people can see it, the gameplay. Maybe they can get their hands on it. Maybe they can hear this message. Maybe they'll make some tweaks and changes. We'll see. So yeah, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Got to get the message out. And we're at halftime, folks. They dropped this knee.
He'll take the knee in the final
And we'll be
couple
back with the
seconds
second half.
in this first half. So we have reached
24-13. Still got a little doozy here. So we'll be back.
now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Carr to throw. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Definitely needed that start up.
On first down, Jacobs. And he'll push his way up to about the 40.
I see just a little bit of sense of urgency from this offense. Hopefully they win that locker room and had a good speech. Got to pick up the pace. Good or bad, you got to pick up the pace. That's why that field goal is so huge, receiving it in the second half. Now you have a chance to put more points on the board. Oh my. It's a bad throw, Carr. Got wide open.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind.
My. Johnny Gill.
Short pass and turn into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch.
Are you kidding me? I was supposed to criticize that so bad. I can't believe they had the goal to run on a 3rd and 7 in their position. Oh, you kidding me? You want to talk about gutsy? Do you know the criticism they could have got off a play call like that, being down in this game, and your offense really hasn't done anything? This is one of the best drives of the game for your ball club. And on a 3rd and 7, you run the ball. and you actually got it. Unbelievable. That's only good if you get it.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
And they definitely caught Baltimore by surprise running that ball for that first down.
But in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
Got that off in the nick of time. Had a guy barreling down on him.
It's 3rd down.
Another 3rd and 2. You'd rather be 3rd and short. But every time 3rd down comes up for the Raiders, you get a little nervous. They don't have a good percentage. See, what I would do here, even though it's, you know, gambling, I ran this ball here and knowing I'm going for it on 4th down. There you go. You might be short, but line it up again. Line it up again. I would not punt on this opening position after halftime and get this ball back to them. Y'all moving way too good. You got to go for it. You got to go for it. This time I'm getting a lead play. No playing games, smash it right down the middle. Get your blockers in there and line up and let's go.
Here's A.J. Coldell.
No, I don't agree with this. Bad decision.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Bad decision.
And that'll hit in the
You want to come out aggressive, but on the other side of the 50, 4th and 1, you don't trust your team. They deserve to lose. They can't pick up 1 yard. Well, I mean, seriously.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now.
Hey,
1st
it's
and
their
10.
fate. That's what they want to do. Your fate.
And they'll begin by running the option. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. He's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the draw, here's Williams. Absolutely nobody.
All offensive lineman held him up on that one. He actually played for the other team on that play. All right, 3rd and 14. What you gonna do, Raiders? After a bad decision, punting the ball on a 4th and 1, at least you can do a 3 and out these guys. Get that ball right back. Big 3rd down. Huge 3rd down in this game.
Started going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here.
There it is.
They stop it for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played.
They're very lucky it was no more damage being put on them.
Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Oh, he put a leg in that ball.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession.
Yeah, that's another thing. Las Vegas. You're the Las Vegas Raiders and you couldn't gamble on a 4th and 1? That don't make any sense to me. But okay.
A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. You might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. The coach is always hard on the quarterback, reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
On play action, it's Carr. He'll look down.
Go for it. Oh, beautiful. Nice. Very nice. Caught him on a play action. On a 2nd and 1. They set that up beautifully. Said back at you.
Bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass.
We got a game, folks. They needed that in the worst way. Trying to make this a field goal game, going for 2. They're all over that. Say we already gave you a blow by. You ain't fit to just pick up 2 like that with no change.
Every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
That defense. That's right, Chucky. Right back in this one.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. No run back here for Duvernay. Touchback out to the 25. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They come out with a new resolve.
So far in the second half, they're having a little more containment on Lamar Jackson. Running out of that pocket.
On first down, playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
They're going to have to keep that discipline. If he runs loose like he did in that first half, not going to have a shot to win it. It's going to be a little bit too much.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Here's Jackson.
Go. He's able to pull that ball in. He's headed for 6 quickly. We want to talk about changing the game all the way around. He was able to hold on to that ball. Can we get another 3 and out by this defense? Nope.
And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
Oh!
Incomplete. Physical play on
So that ball just flew up in the air. Basically for grabs.
Close quickly, and avoids the incompletion.
ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a give. This is Murray. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion.
Okay, Raiders. Y'all defense has tightened up a little bit. I can see that.
They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now y'all just got to figure out a way to get them off the field on third downs.
Now it's Jackson.
Oh, he creeped through. Didn't take much. 105 yards rushing. I mean, he barely escaped that one.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in a season.
Got right there. He just eluded him as he was engaged in a block. So it's not much he could have done at that point. I don't think he's going to snatch him down with one arm.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. And Jackson going to run again. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about
I mean, basically, you can just say they're using him like a running back. He's got 18 carries. I mean, 18 carries for 107 yards now.
Did it to perfection.
I mean, a running back gets these kind of carries.
From the 44, Jackson.
Here he goes again.
The defender. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. This is Murray. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. 71 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because if you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
If I was the Raiders now, I'll be looking real close to a play action or something going over the top. I mean, they ran this ball pretty effective.
From the 32
and they can surprise you.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 5 out of the scrimmage.
Kind of limping gallop for that yardage. Like his leg didn't want to move at first. You saw that? But it looked like he was going over the top with that one. He decided to pull it down and run.
Where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take.
Yeah, this drive here just take you out to the back of the woodshed right now. Just giving you one of those beat downs that you've been acting up all week, and they had enough. Your mother, your father had enough. And they just taking you back there and they're wearing you out. That's what this drive is doing right now to the Raiders defense. Wearing them out.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That one tipped and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down, the ball back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson going to keep it running right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And in fact,
3rd and 2.
felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Yeah, the Ravens are going to have a
I mean, they driving this train. They are driving this train. That defense is tired out there.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn it loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
They just don't have the energy to bring anybody down without being dragged 2, 3, 4 yards after contact.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Lucky they had reinforcements. His first guy, he gave him a stiff arm that he'll think about for days. Just get off of me. This drive is pretty much taking this quarter completely out.
Come out in the pistol. Murray.
Dope. There it is. You want to talk about a grit and grind drive? That was the definition of it. That was the definition.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
They probably use all the plays on that playbook. That big laminated card that Gruden, Harbaugh has on the sideline. He used every play on that sheet. Just on that one drive. Unbelievable. Now y'all just going to have to move the ball just to give your defense some rest. So you throw them back out there on a 3 and out, it's going to be like running through Swiss cheese out there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And I guarantee you they're going to have some injuries on that defense if they throw them right back out there on a 3 and out. They're going to be dropping like flies.
After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. To throw his car. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Carr. And this pass broken up.
Nope.
Excellent coverage here on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you
This
never
thing's starting to fall apart for them.
And that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
What a game he's had.
So successful with the ground.
Outside of that interception, I mean, it's been close to perfect as you can get.
Thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. But you know, there was a big-time coaching staff
corner from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot
Finally got to him for an actual traditional sack. With him sitting in the pocket, looking to pass, they sacked him. That's what you don't see often.
Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing now is Carr. This goes out wide for Drake. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going? Carr now on 1st down. Looking sideline.
Felt a little pressure and just decided to get rid of it.
First down, even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Tell me, there ain't line traders and the coaches. Might throw a fan in there as well.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this will be caught by Edwards. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Well, we're down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Start of the 4th is coming up.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching
Las Vegas Raiders are running out of time.
the Raiders on
Got to get something on this drive.
just 30%, 3 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Carr. Got his connection.
A bad throw, but a great adjustment. Turn around, pick that ball up.
Able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards there on connection. And a 2-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want now is
Then again, luckily he threw that ball that way. He just threw it ahead of him. His head would have got taken off. So maybe Carr protected him by throwing the ball the way he did.
Come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now whistles here. I believe one of the Raider
Oh well. This is what we've been used to for decades from this team. Penalties.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was dangerous.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And they'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man winning coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Carr. And will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Brian Edwards, but now it'll be 3rd down.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up.
Now you have 3rd and 15. You really don't have to pick all this up. At best, just position yourself for a good field goal. Just get a few yards. Defense came up big in that secondary last couple of throws here. They're actually going to attempt this. It's a long one. It can be made. But you give up a lot of yardage if you don't get it. That was what, a 55-yarder? Not that it wasn't long enough, but it wasn't accurate either.
Two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but
that could break them. Depending on what Baltimore does on this drive, that could break this game open and out of reach, especially if they're able to get a touchdown.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Again, Jackson will keep it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the outside.
Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for
they're trying to put a ribbon on this ball game.
Because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here.
They get a touchdown. They could put a ribbon on it. If you're the Raiders, you got to try your best to try to get a turnover. That's what your defense is missing, a turnover. He's nearing 100 yards. Got Lamar with 100 yards. He's going to get 100 yards.
The drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore.
But when you're up by 2 scores,
I would say Baltimore looks pretty ready for this season.
A lot of man
Would y'all agree? I mean, this is a hell of a performance.
That's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And they'll take it.
Look at that.
End zone for a Ravens touchdown.
You want to talk about a mixture of plays where you can't even figure out what they're going to do? My goodness.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson.
Well, you know who's going to get MVP of this one.
And how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense, but maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more. Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
What a performance.
18-point game.
Looks like Gruden's just aging as we speak over there. (38-19). 4th quarter, 10:39 remaining.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
If anything for the Raiders, you just want to at least try to do a patch-up job here.
This will not be returned. It's a touchback. They'll begin at the 25.
Because at this point, the Baltimore Ravens feel like they've scored enough points. So their possession is just going to be about grinding this clock down, taking their time, running the ball.
You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them.
Drop ball. Right in the middle of the field.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That pretty much tells you a lot about the ball game they're having. Wide open.
From the gun, Carr. And his throw is incomplete. Henry runs the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here on the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd
Now
down?
please punt this ball. Don't try to be macho now and go for it on your 26-yard line. 4th and 9. Feeling and knowing is decided, and that's exactly what they do. Just to get more points jacked up on them.
Now Carr, gotta have this one.
Just don't agree with that. This team is just backwards in their thinking. Wouldn't gamble on a 4th and 1 when a game was still in hand and not decided. But when it's so-called decided, I would call it decided. You want to gamble on your 26-yard line on the 4th and 9. I tell you.
They'll run on 1st down. Murray. 108 yards on the ground for him so far.
108.
Territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Another run from Murray on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they of 4. Now 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Murray. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points.
There you have it.
This thing out even further here.
41-19. If they want to give up free points, go right ahead. I don't call that a gamble. I just call that a brain malfunction. Okay, no business going for that on their 26-yard line. Punt the ball.
Following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay
Right there to meet you.
That's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Right, that's another reason why I wanted them to bring back the hurry-up offense. With them scattering around, trying to hurry up and line up and snap the ball. This is a perfect situation for that. Instead of them just saying no huddle. But yeah, you say no huddle, but you're still taking a lot of time off the clock. You're not really saving a lot of seconds in the ball game. But if you're rushing to the line and hurry up and getting it snapped and able to spike it and all of that kind of stuff, man, you're saving yourself a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanket
So
the field.
EA, NBA 2K, sports, got to bring those features back. That's my opinion. And of course, they will go for it again on the 31-yard line. Unbelievable.
It's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football.
Crazy.
That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. We've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there.
It's going to be a good score pile-up for the Ravens.
Either you make the play or you don't.
They'll start with the option. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field.
Tries to strip him there. We got a flag down. Don't bring this back.
Here's Murray. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Another run for Murray on second down. They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 3rd, here's an option play right. And that play went nowhere.
They're able to jump that play. Now they have to settle for a 53-yard field goal. Which is very makeable. I mean, Tucker missed a shorter one than that earlier off the goal post. But I believe he'll be able to nail this one through. Wow. He missed that one. Plenty of leg. Oh, man. Hit the goal post again.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit. So distance.
Man, Tucker, that is unlike you.
It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
He'll let this go deep for runs.
Did you see that?
And this is taken in at the 5.
And he actually caught it. Did you see that side wind throw by Carr off his back foot? Basically slung it up for grabs. And this guy comes down with it. Look at this. Oh, man. Unbelievable. That's a hell of a throw and a hell of a catch.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Drake. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
That's too antsy there. But I still have to give this game up to the Baltimore Ravens defense. They have 19 points right now, and it's because of that defense, even though they just gave away a chunk play. But throughout this whole game, this defense has just been solid. I think he was on the ground on that one. I don't think this is going to be a fumble. Yeah, I think the ground caused this fumble. But it's just showing you this defense, man. They're all over the place. You're right there to hurry up and scoop it up, too. Yeah, see that? The ground caused that fumble.
This is a tough one to overturn.
3rd and goal.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and he finds Waller in the end zone.
Touchdown, back of the end zone.
Beats to the end zone
Took a while for that one.
Still 2 scores to the good CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, you kept them in the end zone there. This game's over. You've locked the door on them.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed.
Now y'all want to review that? Come on, it's a touchdown. It'll slow up the ball game.
Those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they have it right.
2-point conversion's good.
And the 4-way there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there for the defense. What you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick.
Well, obviously on this drive, the Ravens just going to play Borden, and they're just going to milk it.
At the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Ravens ready to take over. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Incomplete.
Very good throwaway on this part.
There's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver.
But me, they should have ran that ball. It's about milking clock right now. You don't need to be stopping the clock. Whether you're not getting yardage or maybe just 2 or 3 yards, you just want to run it.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll get a go. Quentin Jefferson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a
One way to end a drive.
It's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
Gonna need one of those big bombs he had before to try to make this one interesting. They could be able to get a quick touchdown. They have the timeouts to make the Ravens sweat a little bit.
What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Chalk that up as a 4-yard.
But if you haven't moved the ball all game that way, old habits will come back to haunt you. And that's what you're starting to see right now on this drive. They had a lot of too much of this throughout the ball game. You're just not going to pick it up and get sharp all of a sudden.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for
Going deep again.
And this is dropped.
And that was close. I mean, he had that right in his hands. Couldn't bring it down. Too much resistance.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. Carr gonna go on 4th down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now.
Keeps that drive alive.
On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrating. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game.
See if y'all can sneak one more play out before a 2-minute warning here. Gotta snap that ball. Hardball says it's over.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10.
Will it all end in a pick?
On 1st down, Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Or will it all end in a fumble?
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Raiders try to move quickly, trying to get everybody back to the line. Throwing his Carr. And his throw is going to be incomplete. The intended receiver that time was Josh Jacobs, and it's 3rd down.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Carr. And that's going to be...
Oh man, looks like he had it. Squeezed out at the last minute. Another 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. Throw left side complete. That's Edwards. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they
2 4th down conversions on this drive.
for the moment as it's a 1st down.
And they're trying to get this touchdown badly.
Now Carr.
And he's got it. I want to talk about a patch-up job. They've done that. But will it be too late?
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That would eat up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, you got to feel right.
They have all their timeouts, but I mean, we're looking at 59 seconds. Probably 55 to 54 by the time Baltimore actually have the possession for first down. I mean, you can't allow them to gain pretty much anything. And when you do get the ball back, if you get it back, little to nothing on time, no timeouts. I mean, it's against you. Best bet in this situation is to pick up a fumble, take it all the way back, pick six. I wouldn't do an onside kick.
Time definitely the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go.
Onside kick just gives them pretty much field goal range.
And that should just about put a camper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we
Actually, that's not bad. I'll take that back. That's the 44-yard line, so I mean the first down is going to end this anyway.
the team expecting it, they do actually recover the
So,
ball, which is what we saw here.
yeah, they could try a long field goal if they choose to,
Anecdotal type of a number.
but they're not going to do that in this type of ball game. Too tight to give up that kind of field position.
Waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, it's
All y'all need is one first down.
the 40 to the 39.
We'll end this ball game.
Timeouts as
That
they
was
get
good
the
yardage on first down.
50 seconds left to go in the game.
Just halfway there.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Again, it's Murray.
There it is. That's all they needed.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of the
That just
timeouts.
ended this ball
As
game.
the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
(41-34), folks. They had to stop them from getting the first down. Now you can just drop to a knee.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. Now the Raiders going to burn
Victory
their
for
third
Mayshawn.
timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
It's been a game. I will say that it has been a game. Too bad Baltimore's defense won't get the credit they deserve. Because when people see 34 points on the board, they're going to be thinking there's no defense being played in this ball game.
Seemingly in hand here.
– 60-30 ratio on a pass versus run
A knee goes Jackson, and
for
that
this
should
offense.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of
And
just
that
kinda
will
taking
do
their
it.
medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
We definitely going to have to check out this stat sheet.
thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
So that's to come.
On offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't think you can do anything wrong, whatever you call wrong.
Ended up being a one-score ball game.
Man in the zone.
So yeah, if anything, get up to the Raiders for having a patch-up job at the end, not making this look too bad.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.
Go to team stats here. Total offense 504 to 481. goes to the Ravens. Rushing yardage was no contest, as you can see, 261 to 61. Passing yards, you kind of expected that from the Raiders, especially when you got Lamar Jackson dropping back, running most of the time as well. 26 to 18 on first downs. Go your punt return yardage, kick return yardage, total yards. Good edge there, slight edge, but a good edge to Baltimore. One turnover in the ball game, and it was a huge one. 60% on third down conversions for Baltimore Ravens, 29% for the Raiders, and there you have it right there. I mean, those third down conversions haunted them. Fourth down conversion, 50%, but they had to gamble, and some they should have gambled on and some they shouldn't have gambled on. But Baltimore didn't have to worry about that. They didn't have to put themselves in that position. Red zone percentage, 100 to 60%. Red zone TDs, 4 to 3. Baltimore, of course, held the time of possession. All that was probably on that one last grinding drive they had. Wore that defense out for the Raiders. Check out these player stats. Who won the quarterback position? Which quarterback brings a win? Ding, 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 ding. And your winner is Lamar Jackson. Come on down. Remarkable game by him. Oh, yeah. He won that matchup. I mean, just take a look at this. Your starting quarterback had 31 carries for 133 yards. 4 yards a pop. 2 TDs. He fumbled once, but they recovered that. Offensive lineman got it back for him. But 31 carries. He's running like he's a running back. He had more carries than his starting running back. How can you contend with that? Just can't do it. Unbelievable. Got Waller out there as a tight end, got 13 grabs for 210. He's had a hell of a ball game. That's good work by him. No drops as well. That's good work. I just want to look down here because he started the game pretty good. Sammy Watkins, he's kind of just disappeared, but they didn't need him. They had everything rolling. He jumped in there for 3 grabs for 51 and said, bye-bye, see you later. Somebody else do something. Same thing with Hollywood Brown. Got that one big touchdown, and he ended up with 2 receptions for 79, so he kind of faded. They just had everybody rolling. Everybody pitched in a little bit. Total team effort on Baltimore's end, so go some blocking. You're interested in that. Defense for sure. Got 10 tackles there for Nick. Kwiatkowski. That is his last name, Kwiatkowski. 17 total. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a good black and blue game. And Baltimore Ravens on a one drive, they proved black and blue. That was a grind. They had that defense tired. Well, there you have it. Ended up being a one-score ball game, but Ravens pulled it out. Monday Night Football at its best. This is Goodymo Gaming. Once again, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. The gameplay is on. Well, until next time, peace.